When I joined T in 3rd grade, it was during COVID, so a lot of my first year was virtual. I thought T was going to be boring because my only experience of it was on Zoom. Since I had recently moved away from old friends, I had no one to hang out with, and it was hard to make new friends on Zoom. I was quiet and unwilling to try new things, but I'll never forget my first in-person day at T. It was an adventure day, which instantly got rid of my thoughts of T being boring. As a class, we went on a hike through Martis Valley, where I met my teachers and my classmates for the first time. Instead of me being sad that I had no friends, early on in the hike, I made my first real friend at T. He asked if I wanted to be his friend, and instead of me saying anything, I offered him a cookie. I have made almost all my friends at T, and it is easy to make friends here because there aren't many of us, meaning you can get to know the people easier. Being in crew and spending time together helps us get to know each other, especially when you have a small class. After my experiences at T, I feel more comfortable making new friends and meeting new people. My first backpacking trip ever was with T summer camps between 3rd and 4th grades. My older brother Emmett and I were on the trip together and we were tent mates. It was 2 nights and neither of us had any experience backpacking. We didn't know how to set up a tent and we thought it was too much work to unpack our bags and get out our gear. We decided to leave one open sleeping bag out, and I thought it was too complicated to untie my shoes, so I slept with them on. And I learned that it's definitely worth the effort to tie your shoes and unpack and repack your gear. 4 years and a lot of field work later, I still have some learning to do. Last month, our 8th grade class went on a rafting trip on the Klamath River. The river water was fresh snowmelt and very cold. We wore rain gear and some of us wore wetsuits and water shoes so we wouldn't get too wet. Because of the clothing, I barely felt the water when I got splashed. But one afternoon, we decided to hike up a river where the water was even colder than it was on the river we rafted on. We swam in the same clothes that we were wearing on the boat, and I decided not to wear a wetsuit. So it was pretty cold for me. But I only changed my clothes like once or twice on that trip. So by the end of the trip, my feet were raisins, and I was very wet and uncomfortable. When we finally changed back into warm, dry clothes at the end of the trip, it felt amazing though. I enjoy the trips where I learn about specific places and explore. I have been on most of the middle school trips, and they have made my years at T much better. This year on the trip to the San Luis Obispo, I didn't really want to go, but that trip actually ended up being really fun because we got to go to a castle with a movie theater, which is pretty unique. We also went to an ocean to talk to a seaweed expert, and we learned that all types of kelp are edible, which I thought was pretty cool. School is difficult for me in general. Too much work is stressful and overwhelming for me, but too little can be boring and not very educational. But T has given me a pretty even amount of work, which has helped me get through middle school. T is a safe learning environment and supportive people. For example, when I was doing my 5th grade passage, I basically refused to do it because I was so nervous. But my teachers helped me get through it. I learned that it is okay to be stressed out and overwhelmed, especially when you have people supporting you. Because of this, I graduated elementary school. Middle school intensives the next year were a whole new thing for me. But I missed the survey where we got to choose our intensive the first middle school year, and then I got put in the learning in the brain intensive. But I liked it a lot. We learned about strategies to help us when we're feeling anxious, and we also practiced useful skills. Everyone was kind and helpful in this class. I liked it so much that I ended up taking it 3 times. I probably made that decision because I knew I needed to practice my skills in presenting and handwriting. Also, like I said earlier, I didn't want to try new things. In between my semesters of learning in the brain, I was put into the drama intensive. As I look back at it now, I think it was good that I took that class, even though I really didn't like it, because now I know I don't like drama. By now, I've taken learning in the brain, drama, art, and engineering for my intensives. My favorite was probably art, because we learned a lot about art, and it's not 100% based on academics, so it's like pretty fun. T's character development has given me much more of an interesting personality, more hobbies, and I've become more specific as a person. I have many hobbies that I didn't have before I came to T, like running and track or Nordic skiing. Over time, I've greatly improved my Nordic skiing skills due to the T Nordic team. My first race this year was very snowy, and my hands were so cold, it took them a whole day to warm them back up, but I still managed to make it through the race. My first track meet was also very cold, and near the end I was running the 200 meter. My legs could barely bend. And knowing that that was my first track meet, it encouraged me to try new things that I think I might not like at the first thought. My experiences at T have varied, from things turning into a dead tree into a pull-up bar on a backpacking trip with my friends, or throwing shovels of red dirt at towers of sticks we made on a trip to a farm. What I learned from this is that there's always a way to make something fun, even when you have little. My experiences at T have prepared me and inspired me. Because of this, I'm choosing to go on a 30-day backpacking trip in Wyoming with Knowles this summer. I feel comfortable with the challenge I will face on this trip, and I know I can persevere through hard things. I know how to have fun with very little, and I know I have the courage to meet with new people. I look forward to enjoying scenery and practicing self-reliance and pushing myself beyond my comfort zone. Thanks for listening. Any questions?